on, Dolphins fans? So apparently in my extreme desire to get out all of the news and content and information about the team to you promptly, apparently I'm making my videos a little bit quick to get the press conferences and stuff in with that video. So I already put together my video, put it on, uploaded it, all that good stuff, and it is there for your viewing pleasure. And now I'm making this one because Adam Gase did a press conference. So with that said, I hope you enjoy the press conference, and I'll see you guys soon. Phins up.
Going on a date?
Adam, since you had moved Minka to the slot, what changes have you noticed in him? I mean, he just from the outside, to me, it appears that he's a very physical player. Can you talk about that aspect of it?
Yeah, it's hard to find safeties that can move into that spot and be able to do it on third down, where you see a lot of teams really kind of go with a three safety look, but that guy's playing the nickel position, and it happens a lot of times on first and second down. And the reason people do that is when teams are trying to run the ball, it's having a more physical player, it's having a bigger player, it's having a guy that's willing to mix it up in the run game. And a lot of times you see historically the guys that play nickel are smaller players. So just by size, they're not as physical, and that's really a lot of those guys, their deficiency, they're just smaller in stature. And he's has a rare ability to be able to stay on the field on third down. He has, the quickness and the physicality at the line of scrimmage helps him be able to play that spot on all three downs.
Does he play, say, Amendola any different than Bobby McCain would have?
It's just they got different styles. Bobby probably can't be as aggressive at the line because Minka is taller and longer, so he's got a little bit room for error where he can get his hands on him, where Bobby will get his hands on him sometimes, but he changes it up a lot. He tries to make him keep guessing. It just kind of body types are just different.
How is his acclimation, Minka's, compared to a typical rookie? Has it been?
I think it's rare. He's I just go back to when we drafted him. Like Drake texts me and he goes, "You got a guy that's a pro before he's a pro." He goes, "When he came in as a freshman, we all thought he was different because of the way he acted and the way he carried himself, the way he studied, the way he learned things." He goes, "We always just thought he was so much older than what he was." And I think it's been the same thing here. He's up here late and he's here early and he's always doing something, and it's all football.
Adam, when it comes to Frank Gore, when he's not in there, I see him watching. When he's not watching, he's on the side doing push-ups. He's had a Hall of Fame career. Do you feel, I don't know if he has said this to you, but do you feel he has something to prove to
I don't know if Frank's ever gone into a season thinking he doesn't have anything to prove. I think he's in the back of his mind, he's always trying to prove probably to himself more than anybody that want to have another great season. And I think he does a great job of resetting every year. And I think he just looks at everything as 1 year at a time. When we were together 10 years ago, I never heard him talking down the road or what happened before. He's always in the moment. And, he's a special guy. I mean, for what he's done and things he's been through, it's hard to find guys like that.
If I could follow up, based on what he's gone through, his injuries, some things in his personal life, are you surprised that he's still at this point where he's at?
No, because I've learned a long time ago, you never doubt him, because he's going to end up finding a way to do exactly what he wants to do and play this game. He loves playing this game. And that's why he's infectious to the other guys, because when you got an older guy that he loves practicing, he loves going out early and doing his cone work. All the little tiny things that happen before a game, he loves to do, which you want your younger guys to watch him and follow what he does.
Adam, anybody have a slower walk than Frank Moore?
Drake.
Oh, yeah.
Was always last.
With Mike Gesicki, when you add him to the red zone mix, obviously you're not trying to show things during the exhibition season, but how does that change things for you as a play caller?
I think it makes teams really decide what they want to do. Do they want to man it up and see if he's as good as, sometimes that we've talked about? Do they want to play zone and give us a chance to run the ball and try to stop the run with the light box? Are they going to do something different that's where they just max pressure us, try to get the ball out quick? I think it just helps us as far as it could open up other guys. It could open the running game up. I mean, it just gives us options, and really it kind of goes on the defense of how are they going to play us, and then we kind of have to react to that.
You mentioned today that big route over Ryan was a sign of the trust that Ryan's getting him in to throw that route. What did it mean to you to see that?
I mean, anytime that we can give him opportunities, just in practice, even practice for those guys to hook up when it's legit competition. I think that's only going to make us better. I mean, we can throw as many routes on air as possible, and the timing looks good. But when you get kind of in that competitive periods, that's where you want to see it. You want to see the ball go up, the trust to be there, be put in the right spot, and then at the end of the day, if there's some kind of error, he makes a play where maybe it's an incompletion, but he grabs the ball on top of the guy's head, and I thought that was just a really good hookup, and it was a great play. It was a great catch by him, and it's good to see that progression going on between those two guys.
Adam, I know you had said you were keeping things fairly vanilla to this point. I know today noticed a lot of stuff in practice. Maybe none of it will be written about.
That's great.
But here's my question, Adam. How much different should you guys look when you take the field on Saturday from like big play standpoint or comfort? Or
I mean, it's going to be how they play us. I mean, I know everybody wants me to just chuck the ball down the field, but when the corners are bailing and they're already 10 yards off, I mean, you're just looking for foul balls and you're just not going to get completions. So, I mean, to me, it always comes down to who are we playing, what's their defense, how are we going to attack it, sticking to our plan, not worrying about what anybody else thinks that doesn't know what they're talking about. So, I mean, for me, it's, if they come up and play cover one, then we'll have some shots to push the ball down the field. And if they play off and we got to take things underneath, then we have to do a good job of going 12 plays and scoring through the goal line.
It should different. I mean, and I'm talking on both sides of the ball. I'm not just talking offense and throwing it down to you. But should players be more familiar with what you're going to do Saturday, more comfortable, or?
I think so. I mean, we've gone through a real game week. I feel like the way that we've been doing our meetings and the practice, and we made some changes. I mean, every year we've done something a little bit different. It's just to see how our players react to it, and I feel like guys do get a little more comfortable in this week's preparation because it's you're not going into a game with, hey, anything could come up. You go in there with a game plan, but I mean, it changes so much because you're not sitting there studying for a full week on what the other team's doing. And this week we've treated it like a real game, just probably like they are, and it just gives our guys they're more prepared with the exacts of the game, how they play, how we're going to play, how we're going to attack certain things. So it helps our guys, play faster and just go out there and worry about executing our plays.
And I know it's only the preseason, but as far as a measure of the team for you, Baltimore has been a team that maybe is a team that you want to be like more, and the last couple of years you.
Yeah, I mean we've struggled against them the last couple of years. For whatever reason. I mean, it's hard for me to say this is exactly the one reason that's happened. I think you always go in this game. Every team in the league is going, we'd really like to play well in the third preseason game. Well, there's a lot of teams saying that, and half of them are going to be angry and half of them are going to be like, all right, I feel good going into the season. So I just never feel like you can be too high, be too low. You have to understand what are our strengths and what are our weaknesses, and try to get better at your weaknesses and try to put together good drives. That's what we need to do. That's the number one thing for us on offense, and the defense the same thing. Like, we have goals for this week that we want to try to get better at from last week. So that's what we're working on.
Sorry, I apologize for that. What are some things that you see that we don't that are encouraging, that you're trending the right way?
Well, I mean, I like where our pass protection is on offense. We've played a lot of guys at wide receiver, especially with Ryan, which has been great. You know, I know it's been unfortunate that we haven't had Devontae for a little bit here, and then Kenny missed a week, but it was good because Albert and Jakeem they were getting every rep with him, which, you know, we were trying to figure out a way to plan that during training camp. Well, it just kind of happened. And I just think the chemistry of that group is getting strong, which is great to see. You know, the fact that Ryan's not on the ground, he's not getting drilled like, you know, we've seen in the past. And then on defense, I think it's just kind of getting the guys that we think are going to be out there in that first group keep working together so we can develop chemistry. And I think that's coming along. I'm seeing some good things in practice. You know, we eliminate the big runs, you know, we're going to be feeling different about our defense every week. And it's one of those things, easy to say. It takes 11 guys to do the right thing.
Adam, along the lines of Devontae being out, this shorter wide receiver starting core, do you feel there can be an advantage there?
Yeah, when you got guys that are as quick as these guys, I mean, you'll be all right. I mean, that's not a factor for me. I look at it as things probably are going to happen a little quicker. You know, I know Ryan's got to lower his target line every once in a while when 19's running a route, but that's about it.
Adam, with a guy like Buddy Howell, how much of a benefit was it for him to have played in the Lane Kiffin offense and preparing him for the next step?
Lane Kiffin question. I mean, anytime that you can be in the thing about Lane has so much, he does it all. You know, you got pro style things, you got run pass options, you got everything. So he's been exposed to a lot of stuff. And I think anytime that you come in the NFL and you've been exposed to a certain offense, it's so wide, it's such a wide range of things. That only can benefit you at this level because you never know what you're going into. Every team's different in what they do. And when you can process the information, especially where he's at right now, he's not getting a ton of reps right now, but all of a sudden he's got to play 25, 30 snaps in a game. You know, being able to process that and then go out and execute it by just watching, that's not an easy thing to do, and he's done a good job of that.
I wanted to ask you about the cornerbacks, not necessarily McCain and Howard, but the other guys, the Tankersleys, Lippitz, McTire, yeah. What do you hope to see from them in these final two games that can sort of alleviate some concern?
I keep just looking at using our hands. When we get up and press, let's put hands on those wide receivers and do a good job of disrupting them so it's just not a nice, easy, free release route for them. You know, to me, I look at it like this. When you disrupt a guy and when you're in press and you disrupt that receiver, you're helping your D-line and letting them have a chance to get home. That makes your job easier. So really, I'm always going to be looking for that to see who wants to play most physical at the line of scrimmage. And then the guys that end up, you know, getting beat on a route, how do they come back? Because it's going to happen. I mean, in this league, I don't know many corners that have gone their entire career without having a ball caught on them. So how do you respond? Are you able to forget about it, move on to the next play, and then try to win that snap?
Last question.
All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the interviews. I hope you enjoyed the show. And as always, if you did, please hit the subscribe button, you know, share it with your friends, post on Facebook, you know, whatever. Hit the like button, and definitely leave me some comments, questions, concerns, anything you'd like to see or hear in the videos, you know, stuff like that. So definitely let me know. And of course, the most important thing is subscribe. So with that said, I'll see you guys soon, and fins up.